Oh yeah, happy Monday, guys. Thank you for those that can make the rescheduled episode with Bibi, the link builder. Hopefully this time it works. I saw my video streaming service is up, so we should get things going today. Happy Monday. Today we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building with our very special guest, Bibi Raven of BBBuzz.com. Try to see if we can get your comments on here. All right. Luther. Hi, Bibi. Stefan, hi everyone. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for coming on a Monday. Nicole Polino, hello from Switzerland. Hello. Okay, we're just waiting for Bibi to come on. She should be able to come on this time. Today we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building with our very special guest, Bibi Raven. Hello, Bibi the link builder, Victor. Fletcher says hello or hi. Today we will talk about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building. Happy Monday, everyone. Our very special guest is Bibi Raven of BBBuzz.com. We have 4 more minutes. I'm still hoping she'll... I saw her retweet this, so she should know time. For those that actually saw the beginning part of Friday's episode, or the episode that was aired on Friday, I'm going to repeat everything just so we can get everything in one episode for all the videos I reviewed. If you guys are in the US, shoot me an email. I'll send some of those lucky winners for the SEO in 2023 book. We got less than 4 minutes to go. Today's topic, we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building. Okay. All right, I just got an email from Bibi, so she should be logging in very, very soon. Don't be shy, guys. Be sure to say hi in the live chat. I see a few of you out there. Today we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building We have Jeremy. I got the 2022 book. So good. Would love the 2023 book. Jeremy, if you're in the US, shoot me an email at dre@seo.video, and I'll send you a copy of the SEO in 2022 book. Or SEO in 2023. Yeah, SEO in 2023. It's like double size of the 2022 book. Bibi, I see you. Love it. Wait, now I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. I could see you talking your lips, but okay. All right, guys. Bibi is in the green room. We're trying to make sure we get her sound going. We got a bunch of you out there. Today we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building. Very excited about this episode with a very special guest, Bibi Raven. No sound yet.
No.
Oh, we got it. Yeah. Got it. No, we got it. Oh man, I got my let me see. I heard you say the bad word. All right, thank you. All right, so Bibi, I'm gonna go ahead and redo everything I did on Friday. Go through the videos, and then I'll introduce you in about 8 minutes in. Sound good?
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so if people are chatting in the live chat, you can say hi there. I'm gonna put you on mute, and I'll meet you when I get to you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got less than 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Bibi's all set in the background. Today we'll be talking about guest posts, linkable assets, and ChatGPT for link building with a very, very special guest, Bibi Raven. Bibi's back. Adrian says, "Hey Dre, happy Monday." What's up, Adrian? Carol says, "Good morning from Seattle." All right, we got 30 more seconds to go. I'm going to go ahead and get things started.
Yeah, hey, time to get it started, no delay, let's work. Wanna see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera, steady dropping knowledge, over 15 years in the game, so he knows all about it. Master the art of SEO, you will be amazed. Time to get your brand off page to on page. Dropping knowledge, legendary for sure. Whether you're just getting started, a self-employed entrepreneur. Yeah, let's go, subscribe to the SEO video show.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the SEO video show where SEO is alive and fun. My name is Paul Andre De Vera, aka Dre, and I curate SEO videos released in the past week into about 1 minute clips. My favorite part of the show is when I get to introduce my guest, and my guest this week is the founder of BBBuzz.com, Bibi Raven. Before we say what's up to everyone in chat, let's say Jeremy, Bibi. I see Bibi all the way, and Fletcher, Carol, Victor, Ernesto, and so much more. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now let's get on with the show.
This is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Why do SEOs love the farmer's market? Lots of organic content.
This past week, Google clarified that the www and m prefixes for your domain names are generally considered root domains for your site names in Google search. Google also added information about the if modified since request header to the documentation about managing the crawl budget. Okay, now let's go to our first video, how to leverage press to build authority on Google. Let's check this one out.
The way that I approach this kind of thing is first I want to have an idea. So an idea for a story. And oftentimes people are pitching journalists all day long with really amazing ideas. And usually what happens is a reporter is going to read through hundreds of emails every day, and maybe they
Right.
get one or two that are interesting. So the idea, just like with the SERPs on Google, is you want to think about, okay, how do I stand out against all this noise? And that comes from a few things. Number one, of course, you want to have a very compelling email subject line so that when the person is reading through this list of things, yours pops out for some reason and it encourages a click to read the information that's in it. The other piece of this is you want to target people with stuff that they're actually interested in. There are tons of tools out there that you can use to look at different lists of journalists. One of the tools that we're using right now, for example, I guess I'll give them a free plug. They should send me a check or something, but we use Muckrack.
It all comes down to intriguing sales copy to get that email open, guys. Okay, so if copywriting is not your forte, make sure it is your 2023 goals. Our following clip is from the SEO in 2023 book, and if you want a copy of the SEO in 2023 book, please email me at dre@seo.video, and it's a clip by Mark. Let's check it out.
Couple of steps I use here. So once we know what topic we're writing about, I generally try and find what I call a kind of a root question first. And that might be not zero volume, but just low volume. And there's loads of ways to go about this. So if you have things like live chat on your website or a site search, that's a really good way to see what specific questions people who are already engaged with you are asking and making sure you have the content to answer that. You've got other tools such as Answer the Public that use Google Suggest, which is different to a tool like Also Ask because it will give you a bird's eye view of a topic, which all of the questions aren't necessarily related in intent. They're just thematically related. That's a really good place to get that start root question. And the reason I'm such a fan of the people also ask data, whether you get it manually from the search, whether you use one of the free tools, whether you use also asked, is because of this, what I call intent proximity.
For more about intent proximity, be sure to watch the full video. Many of you know I'm a fan of zero volume keywords, and I highly recommend overlaying your impression data from your Google Search Console when you're doing keyword research. Okay, so your client wants to rank in 4 cities. Here's Chris Palmer, what he recommends.
Homepage is branded. You have 4 cities, but how many services do you have? So that's 4 cities times how many services, because I need to have those individual pages. And then ideally you want to have a GBP in each of those locations, ideally, and then point those to the internal page. And then each of those internal pages needs an entire off-page campaign. So, you know, you're going to need your citations, your press release, your web 2s, you're going to need some guest posts. You have to treat, like most people just treat the homepage like a first date, but you gotta treat the whole site like that, you know? Yeah. Take it out, spend some money on it.
Be sure to check out Chris Palmer's full episode on the SEO video show for more Linkable SEO tips. Okay, here's a little hack to rank on any page in 30 seconds by Ferry Kazani. Let's check this one out.
So let's take a website that's number 10 and rank it number 1 on Google in less than 1 minute. Let's simulate a result. Let's just search for best mattress UK. It takes about 10 seconds to generate the drag and rank results. So now we have the results for the best mattress UK. Let's rank Real Homes number 1. Number 1 is Ideal Home now. Let's just break the rules and rank Real Homes from position 10 to number 1. This is how you do it. There is a setting icon here on Google. Click on it, and there is a drag and rank feature. Enable drag and rank. Click outside, and now you can actually drag Real Homes. Check this out. How cool this is. You can drag it right to number 1. It's gonna save the results, and now you can save this URL with any client, with anyone, and show them that you have ranked their website number 1. If you refresh, check this out. Real Homes should be number 1. It's number 1, ranked in 30 seconds. This is mind-blowing.
All right, I'm not sure whatever I would do to do that to press a client, but I wonder if multiple accounts do this, if it can trigger a signal to the algorithm. This is to all my SEO testers out there. This is something to test. Okay, this brings me to my favorite part of the show. Please ask questions on link building, and I'll address them in the order that they receive. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Bibi started social media marketing for as a worldwide online trader. She went on to build and rank websites to earn an income that allowed her to replace her job. She was once featured in Search Engine Journal and invited guests on podcasts and YouTube shows. She's the founder and managing director of link building agency Bibi Buzz. She's a contributing author in the SEO 2023 book. Please welcome the link builder, Bibi Lori Raven. Bibi, welcome to the show.
Wow, you make a really good entrance. I feel like a boxer. Like, yeah.
Yes,
a
yes.
walk-on song. I really love
Welcome. Okay. So I'm going to get right into it. This is the first question I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here in 1 minute or less.
Okay.
How does Bibi get ranking on page 1 of Google?
I don't know how to do that. I've done so many links that I've lost basically all knowledge and experience in tech SEO. And I think you can't rank a site just on links alone. I think you need really good content, and all the other stuff. So I wouldn't know how to do it. However, I am getting back into building sites. I started in December, and I feel like I'm starting at 0 again. But I'm getting all the same insecurities I had before. I just have to work through them. But when I was building site, was that for me, using my common sense and putting myself in the perspective of the visitor worked the best. I'm not very tricksy, so I think if you want to rank your site fast, you're probably better off going to some people that know all about tactics that Google doesn't really approve of, and I think then you'll rank really fast, but I'm not sure if you'll stay there. But yeah, so yeah, a little bit disappointing.
That's so, hey, I still feel links will still do it for you, but you got that. All right, so let's go ahead and rewind this quick. Let's rewind this real quick. Bibi, take us way back into the time. When did you first get into SEO?
I was working for a big rig trader like Volvo and Scania and all those things. They were doing stuff worldwide, and they're really great. They did the first Bitcoin in 2014. You could buy trucks with Bitcoin. They also did the first website where you could buy entire trucks in 1994 or something like that. So it was really nice to work there. And I was doing social media marketing, and they invited this guy, Peter van der Graaf. You know him. He was in the chat last time as well. Dutch link builder, right? And he was talking about links to my colleague. She was the digital manager. And he talks so fast and he's so smart, and I didn't understand anything he was talking about. But that's how I learned about links. I quit the job. I started building my own sites, and then I knew how to get traffic and rank. I didn't know how to make money off them. The monetization was really hard for me. I didn't do the right research up front. So friends of mine who I formed a mastermind with, they were making all the money, and then they asked me to build links for them. So I was like, okay, I'll do that then. And that's I got my clients before I got my business.
Love that. So tell us a little bit more about this mastermind. I mean, so what was it, like a bunch of marketers or just a bunch of SEO people, and like what was it all about?
So there's this company called No Head Digital, and they were doing these internships, and you could do an internship and learn about SEO. And then if you finish the internship, you could partner with some people within No Head Digital. Some of those people were actually scammers, so that went downhill real fast. But I decided to get a group together where we would support each other. And it's called Plan A. It's sort of dead now. There are some people in there, but I still have clients from that group as well. So yeah, that's the little mastermind. But yeah.
Love it. Okay, so what, and SEO could have been all kinds of parts, right? We talk about technical SEO, on-page SEO. What made you so interested in link building?
Well, actually, I wasn't. I got asked, so it was just a way to make money. My just like a lot of SEOs, my main goal was how to make money online, and that's how I rolled into SEO. And it was a way because I quit my job, right? So I had to make money, and people were saying, "Do you want link building?" And then I discovered that because I do like copywriting, I don't write copy, but I do like the way people play with words, that was really a way to amp up the outreach emails and guest post outreach and pitches and all that stuff. So that came very natural to me. And then I was just like, oh, this is pretty good, and yeah.
Love it, love it. So making that money. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So I want to go. So you talked about your mastermind, and you mentioned like Peter Van Graff. Were other people that you followed back then, or even still follow like till this day?
Yeah, I was in a couple of Facebook groups, and that helped me a lot too. But then when my business grew, I just didn't have time for it anymore, and I just had to focus on me. I really like Kyle Roof and Steve Toth. Jesus, who else? I'm gonna forget all of them, but yeah, those people I really like.
Love it, love it. Okay, let's get into link building. So, I went to your website, and you actually have a process when you do link building. It's a 4-step process. You have a 4-step process.
Yeah.
Can you kind of walk us through your link building process before we get into the tips and strategies?
Wow, you did your homework. I don't even know about the process anymore.
Competitive analysis. Competitive analysis, number 1. So
yeah, you got it from my services page. Real good. So that services page was something I wrote eons ago, and I think a lot of things changed, but I can walk you through the process.
Yeah.
So, of course, if the client didn't determine target pages, we help them determine those. And I also look at what they have on our site already that is easy to build links to. If they don't have that, I really brainstorm a long list of content ideas, and then hopefully they post them on their site. Then I look at which sites or which companies have the same audience or an overlapping audience, or are relevant to the topic, or have people in a parallel customer journey. So there are a lot of prospecting angles, and then we define the prospecting angles, and then we start looking for them using Pitchbox. And let's say you have like 5 initial campaigns, and every campaign is a different prospecting angle. Then we do like a first rinse of the prospecting list, and that's just by eyeball. So we look at the site and look if it seems authentic and relevant. Authentic, I mean that it is from somebody who actually cares about the site, right? And it looks like it's not like a neglected garden or something. And then we create, for guest post pitches, we create a long list of guest post ideas. And then we make a template that's specifically tailored to that prospect list. We reach out, and then they say, hey, yeah, I want your article. And then we start writing and send it over, and then win the link.
Love it, love it. For another knowledge bomb right there, I'll say, okay, so let's take a step back. So Pitchbox, what is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really, as an SEO, Pitchbox is not in my tools. So, I mean, like, let me know more about Pitchbox, or what does other tools,
Yeah, Pitchbox is really, it's an outreach management system.
Okay.
And you can also use it for influencer outreach or stuff like that, or email campaigns. But what I really like is that it's very modular. So it's like Lego. So you can build a lot of things together, and you can automate a lot of things. And so you can almost do everything you would do normally in link building inside of Pitchbox. So you could call it like a CRM for link building. And now we've combined it with ClickUp and with Slack. So we have a lot of automation going on. The holistic system.
Love that. I've been hearing a lot more about ClickUp too, and adding that in to make it all automated.
Yeah.
Man, you have this whole system. Are you going to be putting out some kind of tutorial on how to do this for us? So one of these days?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I should, if people wanted it. We actually hired a ClickUp consultant to do it for us, because it was pretty hard to get our head around, because ClickUp is pretty extensive,
Yeah.
So, if people want it,
I think you should do it. I know you actually have a YouTube channel, right? You should start that. You'll do really well.
Oh yeah, you looked at my YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't do anything with that, but yeah.
All right. So let's get into our first special, SEO tip and strategy here, because we were talking about guest posts earlier. So like, tell us how do we get these guest posts? What's your tip and strategy for guest posts?
You mean like how you convince people to accept the guest post? So, first rule of convincing: don't convince people. Kind of like Fight Club, right? But then with convincing. So people are very sensitive to pressure, and a cold email by itself is already pressure, right? So I always tell people, just be very laid back. Make a quality pitch, and the quality should stand on its own. The template should be as good as the article is going to be. So avoid any link builder terms, sales terms, errors, or whatever. And then let that speak for itself. If the person is not interested, it's fine. Then you're laid back and charming, and you bow out. And I think that's often helps. It also helps in winning clients and other negotiations, by the way. If you're relaxed, you're not pressuring it. Here's what you get. If you don't want it, you don't want it. People often want it more. So
love it. Okay, so when you get into pitching something like a guest post, I mean, if you're not being pressured, what's your kind of your model? Like, give us like a frame, like something that sounds pitch us for a guest post.
All right, cool. So for what site is it? Do you have
let's see. Let's do a site on a movie site.
Podcast? Oh, movie site.
It's a movie
site.
Oh,
a site about movies? Okay,
yeah.
So I would first check the site to see what kind of movies it talks about. Maybe it's a general movie site, maybe something. If it's general, I would maybe if it's general, I would maybe look at movies that are really successful now. So for instance, I really like Triangle of Sadness. Did you see that movie?
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Triangle of Sadness. Is it in the theaters?
Triangle. What?
Is it in the theaters right now, or is it older now?
Yeah. So Triangle of Sadness is about a cruise ship, and it's actually about rich and poor people, and there's a lot about Filipino people that are in the bottom of the ship, taking care of everyone, and the ship. I'm gonna give you a spoiler. The ship strands on a beach, and the hierarchy and the dynamics change a lot, and it's just really interesting. So. I would probably take a quote from the Triangle of Sadness, and I would say maybe in the subject line, I would say the pitchery of sadness, or the triangle of pitchery. Do like a little tweak on the headline itself, on the title itself, and then I would open up, like say, hey, I hope your Wednesday isn't filled with I don't know, cruise ships. Wreaking havoc on your productivity or something like that. And then I would segue. I would probably do, I don't know, I would probably say something about the movie industry and what kind of movies are winning now, and also how the emphasis is now on inclusion and diversity, inclusivity and diversity. And then I would pitch probably a couple of topics. I would definitely do one on inclusivity, and then something practical. So for somebody who writes about movies, right? So a movie reviewer, some tips for that. And I don't know, third thing, like the top what's coming up, Valentine. So I would do like the top Valentine movies to watch. And I don't know, then I would do an outro, which would maybe be a pun on another movie. And in the footer, I would say something, do you want to edit me out? Just unsubscribe. So that would be the email. So it would be themed towards the specific prospect.
Love it. Theme deal. So it really seemed like informal. It wasn't really like a really formal something like, oh, do this. It was like, it was more fun.
Shit. Yeah. Fuck corporate. I mean, the thing is, one, people that are link building who are not native speakers. So my link builders are also not native speakers, by the way. But people who usually are not native speakers, they learned English on the university. So they sound very formal and corporate. So people get these emails 1,000 times a day, right? The other thing is that corporate language or formal language is drenched in passive aggressiveness. When you say, per my last email, I don't know if you had time to check my, all that stuff. It's just pressure, and it's so fake and actually aggressive. So I'm like, no, just talk to them normally. Like you're going to a friend over, no, that's creepy, but you're going to a friend's house and you ask them for a cup of sugar or something.
Excellent!
All right.
I love the movie.
Thank you, Bill and Ted. Yes. All right. So let's go into our second part of the of our topics here is linkable assets. So this is something that you talk about a lot.
Yeah.
What is a linkable asset? How can we create a linkable asset? What are your tips on generating like linkable assets?
Yeah, so a linkable asset is something that you can easily build links to because it's not necessarily self-serving. It has value for the other person. And or it can also attract passive links. So that's what a linkable asset is. And of course, it depends on the industry or topic you're talking about. But I always like to use Ahrefs Content Explorer. Okay. So if I don't know if your audience, they use Content Explorer, right? But if you use Content Explorer, you can search on a topic, let's say movie editing, and then you can see what content is already working well. And then you can filter on the referring domains or on the traffic that the page gets, or on the social shares on Pinterest is really great. That's also something Content Explorer. And it always it shows you some proof of that this type of content or this topic could work. So then you can create something similar or something better, right? But I also like to kind of like hack Content Explorer. So one thing you could do is an empty search. So you don't search for anything specific, but then you filter on really big numbers of referring domains or big numbers in traffic. So for instance, 290,000 in traffic for one page, right? And then you see what kind of stuff works, and maybe you can apply it to your niche. And another thing you can do is not put a topic in, but put certain words in that people use to search for something, but without a topic. So you can do how many, how much, why, what, bad, good, worst, best, and then you can do the filter again. So one thing that I noticed is that how many is a really popular thing to build to get backlinks. Because a lot of news articles, journalists, they publish about something that has to do with how many. So if you create, and they have to do homework, right? And they have to deliver 7 articles a week or something. So they're under pressure. So if you do their homework, you compile all the stats you found online around that topic, around how many. And then you of course cite your sources, right? Then they will be so thankful that you did their homework for them. And they'll use some of your numbers and they'll link back to you. So, yeah, that works really well.
Damn! Love that tip. I've never heard that tip before. That's a good one. Thank you for sharing that. Love that.
Yeah. Can I give you one more tip?
Of course.
Sorry. Okay. So let's say you do a stats piece on linkable assets. I think I got this tip from Stacey McNaught, by the way.
Okay.
And you have you don't have a big site. So if you have a big strong site, your stats piece will start popping up when somebody searches for a specific how many question. If you run ads for it, it will pop to position 0, and the cost for those ads will be low, will be like $50 or something, because there's no money in it, so nobody is bidding on those ads. So you would say I don't know, veganism statistics 2022 or something like that. And then you have a small site, but you can jump all the big guys just by doing a cheap ad for it.
Love that.
I like these bomb things.
Got it. All right.
I want to have a button every time I think I have a good idea. I'm just going to hit the button.
I can press it for you anytime. Just bring me on your YouTube show. All right. So I want to go to our last part before we get some questions. Actually, you know what? Before we get to our last topic, I want to go into and ask some questions here from the audience. We got one here from Jeremy. Jeremy asks,
hi, Jeremy.
Why do so many link builders never include where the backlink is going to in their email? If they are transparent about that in the first email, I am far more inclined to reply.
That's a really good question. I should start doing that maybe, because if you say that and it's true, then I could increase my conversion rate. So thank you for that, Jeremy. The reason why I don't do it is because somebody once told me that putting links in the first email can trigger the spam filter. So I just stopped doing it. Also, when I pitch articles, I don't know yet where that link is going to go in terms of target pages. I do know the domain is going to go to. But now that I think about it, the signature of the person that I write from also has a link in it, so I might as well just say the link. It could be worth an experiment, but I don't do it because I thought it would trigger spam. But I think other link builders don't do it because they combine a lot of clients, so sometimes they don't know where they're going to link to. Sometimes they're going to put a lot of links in there. Sometimes there might be link building for a domain that they think the prospect could not like, so maybe they don't want to risk it. But Jeremy, if you give me your email, I'll email you.
There you go, Jeremy.
With the link.
hopefully that helps answer your question. And email Bibi. She said she'll email you back on that. So okay, so let's go take one from Hobby. Hobby had 3 questions here. I want to go ahead and just take one right now before we go on.
Yeah,
to
I like
our next
questions.
Okay, what do you think about using global web portals for multi-language link building to improve local SERP position?
The what now? What are global web portals? I don't know what that is.
What, using global web portals? Maybe global websites for multi-language link building? I can ask them.
Yeah, what do you mean? I don't
Hobby,
know. I'm dumb.
If you want to rephrase your question there, we'll re-ask it. So be sure to ask that again, Hobby. And Hobby, hopefully you like that movie site reference, because she just gave them some great information on ranking movies with link building.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on to ChatGPT. This is something that you mentioned in our email. Like this is something you said you use ChatGPT. Like you're going to share some tips on how to use ChatGPT for link building.
Yeah.
So what are those?
I call them Geppetto because I like that much better than GPT. Also because Geppetto, is the sort of adopted dad from Pinocchio. Pinocchio wanted to be a real boy, so all that stuff going on. So Geppetto, yeah. Today Geppetto is being a bad bitch because they're being dumber. So I really don't like that. I think they downgraded the tool. But there are still a lot of ways you can use it. So for instance, let's say you start a campaign and you want links to a movie site, right? So what you can ask GPT, it's a chat thing that's smart, and you can ask stuff and you just type it in. You could do a prompt where you could say, hey, what else would an audience that's interested in movies also be interested in? And then they list a whole list of topics. And then you can say what kind of companies are relevant to those topics, and then they list all kinds of companies, and those can all be your prospect list. But there can also be topics that you pitch to the movie sites because it's their audience, so they might also be interested in other things. You can also ask what are long tail keywords that are relevant to this topic. It's not super it's not like using any volume or anything. It's just to open up your brain. And you can also use for outreach emails. I've created some outreach emails with it. But what I did learn was that you cannot make the perfect prompt. It has to be a conversation that you have. So you start the conversation and then slowly you learn what kind of instructions you need to give, or you need to direct it this way and that way. I was trying to make like this really long, perfect prompt, and I wanted to have the perfect result. And that worked one time, and then the second time it didn't work because it was about another topic. And then Gail Breton from Authority Hacker, he said to me, no, you have to reiterate it. You just have to have a normal conversation. So for every step of the way that you would normally use Google as your inspiration for link building campaigns, ditch Google, just use the GPT chat and then back it up with some, I don't know, Ahrefs or something. But I'm not saying ditch Google, but normally you ask Google things, but you already know what you're going to ask. But GPT can also help you with ideas for what you can ask. So use it.
Love it. Okay, guys, if you guys have any questions, please ask them in the live chat, because we're coming close to the end of the show here, so be sure to ask that. But I want to ask this question. Like, I know you're a link builder, and I know you do a lot of white hat building, but I mean, what would be the most edgiest link building tactic that you do or did before?
Me?
Yeah.
Edgiest.
Maybe not Peter Bannegraaff stuff.
Oh, no. I already do edgy, but I mean, Black Hats would laugh in my face because it's not edgy at all. But I use personas for building. Yeah. So I use fake personas. I never feel good about it, but it works well if the client doesn't want to be used themselves. So yeah, I use personas. I build them up. I used to build them with using going to Unsplash or another open source, just free stock photo sites, right?
Okay.
I would take if I needed a woman, I would take a man, and then I would have this app called Face App, which is a app for selfies for influencers to change their face. It's really good.
Okay.
And you could change the sex there. So I would change the sex into a girl, and then I would make her a little bit older, give her glasses, make her smile, and it looks really real. Yeah, it's really crazy. But now I use Midjourney. So Midjourney is another AI image tool. And you can create real people with it. One thing that I started to do, I probably shouldn't be telling this, but I just like bragging.
Yes, tell us.
Is that I thought, what if I make personas, but they're not just themselves? They pose with their dogs. So I have these. Yeah, I use this prompt in Midjourney where I say, this is a lifestyle editor. They're 20 plus or something, with their dog. In front of a studio backdrop, photographed by an amateur photographer, hyper realistic. No, 32K, I say. And I say by an amateur because Midjourney tends to make too perfect photos, like completely glossed and whatever. So you have to say by an amateur. And now I have all these really cute women with their dogs.
Love that. Oh,
that's
love
shady,
that. Love
right?
that.
That's edgy.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I mean, personas, if not even, it's something that's not even really talked about. But I mean, corporations are doing this as well because they'll build personas around maybe finance or anything, stuff like that. So there's different personas people build. You can do people, you can do industries, but building personas is something that I've totally familiar with and also love doing myself. But I was interested. I didn't know what Midjourney was about when you sent me the email. So that's what it's about. Midjourney is like a photo thing. Is it a photo AI? Is that what it is? Midjourney?
Yeah, image AI. So you can give it a prompt. So you could say, I did this prompt where I said battle cats in the style of Enki Bilal, which is a comic artist. And it will create the battle, like warrior cats, but exactly in that comic style. You can also do food photography. People write complete cooking books with only Midjourney generated images, and it's so easy. It's in 60 seconds it's done, so
love it. Okay, so here
you can design websites with it too.
You said you could design a website?
No, Midjourney designs websites, so you can say make me a shoe website, and it will give you all the screenshots that a normal web developer or web designer would do.
Oh wow, I gotta check that out. Okay, here. Jeremy says, for the record, I'm gonna start calling ChatGPT Geppetto also. That's too cute.
Yes.
LOL. All right. Yes. All right. So that I didn't see any more questions.
What
coming
about Hobby?
Hobby.
He had a question.
He never rephrased that one here, but he had a few more here. Let's see. How about this one? The Dutch link building SEO market is different from the English one. What makes it unique?
Yeah, so I did do a couple of Dutch link building projects, and they went okay. But it's much more work for me, and it costs much more money because so I most of my team are people from the Philippines, and they talk really good English, and they're really into English, US culture and stuff. But if I have to pay a Dutch person, it's a lot of money. And I don't like a lot of Dutch people.
What?
Maybe it's because I'm half Indonesian or something. I don't know, but yeah, Dutch link building. I don't know if it's that different. I do know from people that a lot of spammy links still work really well in the Dutch link building market. But other than that, I don't think I got the same sort of reactions from prospects. And I also did Swedish link building. That was great. Really high response rates in Swedish link building.
Love it. Okay, Hobby. Hopefully that helps you answer your question here. I want to go ahead and ask the last question that I ask all my SEO professionals that come on here. If someone wants to get into the SEO game, become an SEO professional, get in the industry, what would your advice be to them?
Okay, so don't trust anyone. I've been burned so many times. It's like it's nuts. I mean, like by gurus and stuff, and so don't trust anyone. I mean, just pick a couple of people that you do kind of want to follow, but still be very critical. And start in an SEO business. I don't know. The thing is, I never started in the SEO business, to be honest. I got asked to do link building, so I think it's just start playing around with stuff. Just do it. Don't read up too much. I mean, read, but just start doing right away.
Love it. Okay. So, for this episode to feel complete for you, any last comments? How can people get a hold of you?
Oh yeah, you can look on my site bbuzz.com. It sucks, giant monkey balls. So don't take it as a reflection of my work. You can email me, but I hate email. You can go on Twitter, but Twitter is kind of dying. You can go on Mastodon, but I don't know how that works actually. Yeah, you can go on Facebook. Just look for Bibi the Link Builder on Facebook and just say hi.
Love it. Hopefully you guys got that. And this is the last thing I always ask all my SEO professionals on here is if you have any special talents you want to send us off with. I know you can sing and play the ukulele. I saw you have that video.
Yeah, you asked me to do ukulele, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm shy. It's in the other room.
Okay. All right. It's okay. All right. So can you hold on for one quick second?
Wait. I can. Oh no, go ahead. I can tell you a talent I have.
Okay, let's do it. Tell us.
I can't. No, I'm not going to do it. I can tell you.
Sing it to us. I heard you got a great voice.
No, I'm not going to sing. No, I was sword fighting. I really like. So.
Sword fighting.
My
samurai swords.
Partner, my boyfriend. He does. He teaches people stunt fighting, and then sometimes I join in the workshops and I teach it too. And we go to anime cons and comic cons and stuff and festivals and So.
Love it. Okay, everyone, give a round of applause for Bibi.
Thank you. Yay! We made it. We did it.
Jeremy says Bibi's the best. All right. Can you hold on for one quick second while I sign off here? Hold on. All right, guys. That concludes another episode of the SEO Video Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you on Friday. Peace out.
Thank you for watching. Hope you come back next week. Make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing. Hope you learn something new because the vibe is incredible. From the special SEO Professionals SEO Video Show. Let's work. Want to see you be an SEO expert. Paul Andre De Vera helping you step it up. No delay right now. Time to level up. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Woo!